Hello everyone, this is the MMA Pocket. Good to see you all. This is just a quick preview of tonight's main event. The main event we've all been waiting so long to see. It is Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Justin Gaethje at UFC 254. Well, what can we say? This fight has just been so long in the making. We all wanted Khabib Tony. We wanted Khabib Tony for a long time. But I think this matchup is the closest that we're going to get to Khabib Tony, if you know what I mean. Like, Gaethje is, I believe, Khabib's stiffest test. His wrestling credentials are just unbelievable. Like, I think at one point he was like second or third best wrestler in America. He's done it all, you know. And just the thing with this fight, I mean, they both these guys are soul snatchers, you know, like they just take people's souls, but in different ways. Khabib, he's more of a slowly grinding, taking someone's soul over a period of beating the shit out of them on the ground and just smothering them with his grappling style. And Justin is just a violent, aggressive man who just punches the shit out of you and punches the soul out of you and beats it out of you violently and aggressively. And, you know, there's not a lot that you can do when that man's on a mission, as we've seen. I mean, he's got a 91% finish rate in his MMA career, which is just ridiculous. And I think he's got the highest striking rate in UFC history, or certainly UFC lightweight history anyway. I mean, look what happened in his last fight. He damn near killed Tony Ferguson, man. I mean, it was hard to watch. I've never seen Tony take a beating. I mean, he never stopped going forward. That's Tony. We know he does that. You know you're going to have to pretty much kill him to get him out of there. And Justin nearly did. I mean, it was unbelievable. And I think coming off of that win and, you know, Khabib beating Dustin the way he did, and there's a certain energy to this fight. It's got a different energy to most title fights, you know. I can't explain it. It just carries a different energy, whether it's the difference in styles and the fact that you know, is Justin Khabib's biggest test, probably. All these different factors, you know, no crowd, so there'll be no, you know, all these different factors that are going to make this just an amazing fight. It will be interesting to see who leads the dance in this fight, who will have the forward pressure. I mean, probably Justin, let's be honest. I mean, he will be looking to, I'm sure his game plan will be constant pressure, and he'll be looking to just stalk Khabib down like a lion stalks a gazelle, you know, and just unload that power onto him. But Khabib will probably have the same sort of tactics as he did against Conor and Dustin, maybe circle away from the jab and the striking, and just, I mean, all he needs to do is get a hand on you. He just needs to get hold of something, you know, an arm, a wrist, a leg, and you're going down. His takedowns are just, you know, he just has to touch somebody and they're going down. And Justin is the aggressor. So I would assume that Justin's game plan will be go forward, pressure Khabib, and try and, you know, finish him early. But the thing with Justin is he's having the time of his life when he's in that cage. You know, he's so comfortable in the chaos of violence and the madness of fighting that the geezer's just a nutter. He's just loving it. You can see after the stuff he says to his coaches when he's just like battered someone, knocked him out. It's unbelievable. And I think if you think that Justin would be intimidated by Khabib's wrestling, then you've just not been paying attention, because that's not going to happen. I don't think Justin is intimidated or scared by anything that Khabib brings. Whether that be right or wrong, you know, we'll see. But personally, I just think Justin is just having the time of his life in there, and he can't wait to get in there and you know, try and smash Khabib's face in. Whereas Khabib is a lot more cool, calm and collected, you know, send me location and all this. So, you know, we'll see. The main, obviously, aspect of this fight will be the grappling exchanges. Like, that's going to be the most important part of this fight. I mean, Justin is wrestling is an explosive sport. There's a lot of blasts, double leg takedowns, a lot of slams. It's a straight in and straight out. It's not like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, for example, which is systematic. You change position, you transition, you look, position over submission, that sort of thing. Patience. Wrestling is a lot more aggressive and a lot more to the point. And I think that might play into Khabib's hands, because he's more of a, sort of get you and drag you down to the mat and sort of smother you and press you down and keep you there. Whereas if he was more of an explosive wrestling style, where he could blast double legs at Justin, I think Justin would be able to deal with that easier. He'd be able to maybe sprawl from a blast double leg takedown or a single leg. He may be able to hop his way out of it and sprawl and elbow. I mean, maybe if Khabib goes in for the takedowns, Justin will just try and punch him and elbow him and knee him and, that sort of thing. But I feel like his wrestling style, Khabib's wrestling style, is kryptonite for Justin's, because Justin might not get the chance to have these explosive scrambles out of the grappling exchanges, because Khabib will just hold him and drag him down with his body weight. It's relentless. Khabib is relentless. He'll get on top of you, and then he'll just, unleash that brutal, violent ground and pound, and it's game over for 99% of his opponents. 100% of his opponents, because he's 28-0. So, you know what I mean? It's game over there. But I think Justin won't be trying to fight off his back, or he won't be trying to change position or transition. He'll just be looking to scramble to his feet straight away. And like I said, Khabib only needs to get a hold of, his wrist or an ankle or a leg or an arm, and Justin's going down. And I don't want to see that. I want to see, Justin will be trying to keep this a striking battle. We all know that. But that's whether he can or not, I'm not so sure. I feel like, Khabib's got he's got a couple of combinations in the locker. He's got that blast, jab, straight jab that he goes to, or jab, straight hook, or the big overhand right that he hit Conor with. But as far as striking goes, Justin's a league above, probably 2 leagues above. But that's the interesting thing. That's why we love MMA. The styles make the fights, as they say. And this one, stylistically, is just, it's mouthwatering. And I can't wait. So I'm not going to give a prediction on this fight, because... No, okay, I will give a prediction. See, my heart says Justin, my head says Khabib. I'm gonna go with a Khabib decision win. I think maybe, blokes like Ally, Quinter, Barboza have taken, Khabib to a decision, so I don't see no reason why Justin couldn't. Or it could all end in spectacular violence and Justin could, knock him clean out in the first round. We don't know. This is why I don't like predictions, and I'm usually wrong. So that's another reason. But I'll predict a Khabib decision win, and we'll see what happens. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.